Okay, let's talk about how listing agent commissions work. I think that some people are getting a little bit confused after the National Association of Realtors lawsuit last summer. It was August of 2024. There was a lot of media about it, and I think that not everyone is understanding exactly how this works. I had a listing last week that came on that was very, very popular in Johnson County in a great neighborhood, and we had 64 showings before it even went live. We ended up with 8 offers, competing offers, and it went well above asking price. What I'm talking about though today is the number of people who came in, and I had 2 or maybe even 3 couples who came into my open house, and they asked me, because it was a competitive situation, since they had no buyer's agent, if they would get a better deal on the house. So let's talk about exactly how that works. I brought out a listing agreement, and I'm going to put this up on the screen so you can take a look at it, and I'm going to walk through this with you and show you exactly what it means so you can decide for yourself if a buyer's agent is worth it. Okay, let's take a look. So let's zoom in on the exclusive right to sell agreement, which is the contract that the seller signs when they list their home for sale. There are 2 lines on that agreement. The first line shows what the brokerage will get for selling the home, and the second line shows what the brokerage will get for selling the home if the home sells to an unrepresented buyer. The thing to notice here is that this has already been negotiated. If you walk in as an unrepresented buyer, chances are you will not be saving the 3% buyer's agency fee. It will simply be all going to the listing brokerage because this has already been negotiated. It's not something that gets negotiated after the fact. Whether the amounts are 3 and 3 or 3 and 2 or some other combination of what's been negotiated, both of those commissions are already listed in the listing agreement. So I hope that this has helped. As you can see, walking into a home without a buyer's agent is certainly your prerogative. Commissions are always negotiable. They're not set by law. But I just don't want anyone to think that they are going to be paying $20,000 less for a home because they decide to represent themselves. And if you are very familiar with construction, if you're familiar with real estate contracts, if you know the good inspectors in town, if you know how to read an inspection report, how to go through the appraisal process, how to go through the lending process, if you are familiar with that, have bought and sold homes lots of times and choose to do this on your own, that is totally fine. But what I wanted you to know is it's really not a cost-saving situation. That's just not how it works, okay? If you have any questions, please reach out in the comments. I would love to talk about this more, but I just wanted to point that out. Thanks. Have a great day.